Are you a service-based business owner looking to increase profits to fund your lifestyle? Well, this podcast is for you. We bring you inspirational guests sharing actionable tips to solve many of the struggles you face each and every day. And now, over to your host, Paul Higgins.
Hi, Paul here. Before we get into the show, would you like to make a great first impression on LinkedIn? If so, I have something just for you. When people search for your name on Google, your LinkedIn profile will normally come up first. Before meeting someone for the first time, how often do they view your LinkedIn profile? For many coaches and consultants I begin to work with, their profiles don't do them any justice. I've created a simple solution where you can whip your profile into shape to have your best foot forward when attracting new clients on LinkedIn. Go to blgdownload.com, so that's blgdownload.com, to get your 5 killer tips today. Hello to the Build, Live, Give Solo podcast, episode number 304. If it's your first time, welcome, and if you love it, please subscribe. I recommend listening to episode 0.5 when you come in. That helps you guide through it because there is now 304 episodes. If you're a regular, thanks for your support. It really means the world to me. I love listening to podcasts and always have follow-up questions. If you're the same, just go to paulhigginsmentoring.com/questions and lodge yours, and I promise to answer it. And it'll also be in the show notes as well. Please check out past shows on your favorite platform. Just search Build, Live, Give. So today's topic is Accelerate Sales System. You'll learn why have a genius model, the 3 C's, and where to find out more. So a genius model is something that I have been using for the last sort of 6 months, and it's a process of taking all your IP and putting it into a simple framework where people can understand. So one great example is Taki Moore, so TAKIMOORE, and he's from More Clients. And his is Attract, Convert, Deliver. He's got 9 sub-elements. And apart from making it easy for people to understand what you do, why else would you have a genius model? So let me help you. Have you ever gone to an expert or had a call with an expert and they tell you that they will completely customize everything for your needs? Okay, that's great. And it sounds really good in theory, but do you really know what you're getting out of the program? And as they say, a confused buyer never buys. And I had this experience so many times happen to me, and I didn't realize I was doing the same thing for others. I used to sell based on my 27 years of experience, 18 working as a senior executive at Coca-Cola, 10 running my own business with a successful exit and mentoring over, 500 clients, consulting clients. But what does that really mean? That's great. But what is someone going to get from a result of that? It's like telling someone all the ingredients to the cake, but ultimately they just want to eat the cake, right? They want the result, but they do also want to know what components they'll be left with, right? So another reason to have a genius model is to set up all the structure of your content and also your sales funnel so it all flows. And I always say the genius model you set up right, and then everything else flows. So an example is a lead magnet. So you can go to paulhigginsmentoring.com and you can see that, but it's based off, there's 9 questions you can answer in 3 minutes, but it's based off the genius model. So if you want to check that out, please do. Another is a masterclass or a webinar. So I'll show you where you can see mine later, but it really brings it all together and ties it together. Also, if you're on a podcast, it's great because you can use that to give people tangible actions. And what about LinkedIn? If you post on LinkedIn, it's a great way of structuring your content. So I post 3 times a week, and then I use the 3 C's as a way of doing it. So before I continue and explain my genius model, which is called the Accelerate Sales System, so it gives you a really tangible example, I'd like to talk to you about leadjet.io. Ever looked at a LinkedIn profile and had to manually put the information in your sales CRM? Yep, painful. Ever sent someone a message on LinkedIn and had to copy and paste it in your sales CRM? More painful. And look, you mightn't be doing this yourself. You might, like me, have a team member that does it, but it's still an opportunity cost of time. So no more with leadjet.io. It does both of these activities automatically for you on most of the major CRM platforms, Copper, Pipedrive, HubSpot, Salesforce, etc. And they're continually adding. But why not just check it out for yourself? Go to Build, Live, buildlivegive.com/leadjet today. So let me take you through my Accelerate Sales system to get you a concrete, or to give you, I should say, a concrete example. So I have 3 C's: connect, convert, collaborate. So you can take notes here, but I will show you a landing page, or tell you about a landing page, I should say, at the end, that you can see all of this, because this is, once again, audio only. In the middle, there is build, live, give, and scale. So ultimately, what I want to do is help you build a great business, live a good life, and give back. And by doing that, you're scaling it through these 3 C's. So let me break the 3 C's down in a little bit more detail. So the first C is connect, and it's all about building relationships. Ultimately, we all run people-based businesses. If you're a consultant running a consulting business, yes, you might do a lot of technical things, but ultimately, it's human-to-human connections, right? You're selling to other human beings. So you want to connect first. So the first one is fill the funnel, which covers making sure you've got the right ideal client, you've got the right assets to attract people to you, and most importantly, you're building your list. The next is to build authority, and you can do that through 3 key ways: organic, social, and what I'm doing now that you're listening to is podcasting. And I normally recommend guest podcasting is a great place to start. And then the third part under connect is warm prospects. And ultimately, we do this for most consultants through LinkedIn. So it's about your profile, your posting, and then also outreach. Okay, so that's the 3 components under connect. The next is convert. So you've got the relationship. Now you want to convert, i.e. convert a result for your clients. So you want to scale sales, right? So you want to take you out of the sales equation as much as possible, right? So my podcast here is an example of that. So first you want to have your genius model, which I'm talking to you about today. Then you want to use that in webinars, and you can do live and also on demand, and also have a discovery process, right? So you can actually get people to self-assess against your genius model so that they're selling themselves into something. You're not doing the heavy lifting. Then high conversion. So that really talks about calls, so triage and strategy calls, follow-up, which is essential, and also case studies. And then the last part in the convert is building your team. So first, you want to get someone, an admin. I always say that every consultant business should own a computer, a phone, and a VA. And I don't mean own a VA, but have a VA. So you want to get that right first, but then you want to use certain tools and automation to make their job a lot easier. And then, so, we've basically covered those 3 sections in convert. And last but not least is collaborate, right? So you know what you're selling, you know who you're selling to, and you have an offer that converts, which is great. But why not make it easier for yourself by selling to one partner who can then give you a stream of clients, right? I don't know how much time I've wasted on selling to individual people on LinkedIn, where I could have just gone to a partner and made that a lot easier. So there's partners and the partners, right? So the first thing is pick your right partner. So under that you've got to qualify them, you've got to rank them, and then you research. And we've got a specific framework we use to research. The next one is partner win, I should say. So that's around having a good project plan, a scorecard, and evaluation. And that's really about a lot of partnerships sound great, but they don't get traction. They're lost in the first conversation. So make sure that you've got a partner win, an immediate win for both parties to do. And then finally, a stream of clients. That's ultimately what you want. So we want a calendar, which you actually have, dedicated events or permanent events, and you also want to review it on an ongoing basis. So, and the most important part there is you also want buy-in, right? So you want buy-in because there's multiple stakeholders involved. So these are all the tangible assets, if you think, that a client will get during our 12 sessions that we work together, right? So they get the 3 C's, the 9 elements around it. So I'd love for you to go and check out it in more detail. So you can go and see it at buildlivegive.com/accelerate. So it's both a picture. I've also got the, more information on how it works. I've got how it would apply to you. I've got a little video where I go through it, and I also give you some results that other clients have achieved from going through the process. So if you're running a consulting business and want a predictable amount of clients to achieve your next 1 million in annual recurring revenue, go check out the page. So once again, it's buildlivegive.com/accelerate. So 3 key actions from today. 1 is develop your genius model if you don't have one already. And some people call it a methodology. I like Taki, and I've borrowed that from you, Taki, is the genius model. The second is go to buildlivegive.com/accelerate to see mine to help you. And then the third thing is send me a draft. Just send me a draft at paul@buildlivegive.com, and I'll give you some feedback on it, because I've spent a lot of time not just doing my own, but also helping my clients do this as well. You can get all the links in the show notes at paulhigginsmentoring.com/podcast, episode number 304, or on the app you're listening to now. I recommend the Pocket Cast app. Listen to episode 0.5. If you are new, it gives you a great overview. Please connect and follow me on LinkedIn, where I give some amazing content. If you know someone interested in creating their genius model to make it easier for people to buy from them, please share this with them, and they will love you for it. As always, please take action to build, live, and give.
Thanks for listening to the Build, Live, Give podcast. If you like what you heard, please share it and leave us a review. It would mean the world to us.